This is Extra Bits from the 8-Bit Cat Show. I'm still Stephanie, here with Zach, Tom, and Peter, and we're going to talk about some cool shit that we found.
Cool shit.
I'm still Tom.
Didn't I say that?
No, you said you're still Stephanie, and then you named all of us.
And
I'm still Tom.
Yeah, you didn't give us the time to say who we are.
I
Yeah,
might
Peter.
be Zach.
You don't get to
You
say
might
who
be
you
Zach.
are.
Last time I checked,
Are you Peter or Zach?
I'm Peter today.
You
I won't
Peter
be
today?
there.
Are you Peter or Pita?
I don't want to be Peter. That
Yeah,
guy's a
don't.
fucking cuck. Like nobody's business.
You look like a Team America or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like some Ken doll looking bullshit up there. I don't want that to happen. That thing is like vacant in the eyes. It's freaking me out.
Do you think that?
in the
Do you think that he actually has like a copy of himself? as
Oh,
a doll
100%. He
in his
definitely
house?
plays himself. Oh,
Yeah. Like I was made into a Ken doll. So cool.
that
For
kid,
my movie.
That dude was in like the Vampire's Assistant. Pretty sure.
Has he been in anything else?
He is the Vampire's Assistant.
No, but like
I don't even remember the kid's name. Hutchinson?
Josh Hutchinson.
Doesn't he have a brother too that actually is talented? Burn.
I have no idea. Are you sure you're not thinking of the other Hemsworth?
Who's also in that movie? Yes.
God, I gotta get a doll made out of myself.
I don't.
Just see if I can
Is
get
it Hutcherson or Hutchinson?
That was Hutchinson.
Hutcherson.
Oh,
Apparently
it's Hutcherson.
Apparently it's Hutcherson.
Hutcherson?
Hutcherson.
Yeah, he's been in like a fair amount of stuff.
He's in the Hunger Games.
Like what?
He hasn't been in anything
He
since
was in
Hunger
the Red
Games.
Dawn remake.
He's not been in anything since Hunger
Has he been in
Games.
anything good?
Oh no.
Hey, Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh.
Zathura, the Jumanji ripoff.
Yeah. He was a young
Journey
kid.
to the Center of the Earth. Journey to the Center of the Earth 2.
Who was he in Big
Young
Hero
kid,
6?
young kid.
He was in Big Hero 6. I don't know. Where's his IMDb? Let me find it.
This went down a strange rabbit hole.
IMDb.
Sorry, we're just talking about the new PETA. That's on the.
He's been in 55 fucking things.
Since we're missing Peter.
Oh, apparently he's in the new Ultraman remake.
Oh.
He is Ultraman.
Oh.
That also seems racist that he's a white dude playing a Japanese guy named Shinjiro. But, you know,
Played
whatever.
young Bruce Wayne in Justice League Unlimited.
He plays Josh Futureman in Futureman, which is a really fucked up show if you haven't seen that.
I don't think you need to go through his entire.
Well, 100%
I am.
do.
I think we do now.
He has been in a couple of things since
Like good?
the Hunger Games, but
Anything good?
again,
Not really.
the Disaster Artist is supposed to be pretty good. I didn't watch that though.
So you don't know if it's good.
That's the one. That's the one that.
Should be good.
That's the one that's making that. That's the one that's like the I guess not fictionalized, but yeah, fictionalized the dramatized version of The Making of the Room with Tommy Wiseau, the Disaster Artist.
Oh yeah, no,
That's supposed to be really good.
It was a funny movie. Yes,
That's supposed to be really good, actually.
Totally forgot that was the movie.
But apparently
what
he's
it
in
was
that.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he was in that because he was. Who did he play? He played the.
he played Philip
Yeah, the kid.
/ Denny.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did not hit her. Did not.
He's not. He's not really in. Not. He was in some good stuff before the Hunger Games.
Hunger Games kind of ruined him, from what I can tell.
I think he went a little crazy.
Hasn't been able to live that down. It's probably the doll.
But seriously, Cirque du
It's the
Freak. Cirque du Freak, the Vampire's Assistant, was actually really good. I thought it was good. Most people hated it. It's got John C. Reilly in it. He's a vampire.
I see.
Just so you know.
What other cool things have you brought to tell us about, Zach?
Oh, me? Oh, are we still talking about this? I thought we started over. I thought we were going to start over again.
We did.
That was it. We were
That
talking
was
about the doll. Welcome to the extra bits, everybody.
Sorry about that extra bit. That got a little bit extra. I got in a rabbit hole there.
That's the whole point.
What we're saying here is Josh Hutcherson has no life in his eyes. He's a shark. Anyway,
Look at the doll.
I'm just saying, it seems like an accurate representation. But it was an interesting thing. There was actually some conflict resolved in that today. But there are still some things coming from the fallout there. A large, I guess, proposed strike between the Theater Workers Guild in Hollywood was causing a lot of issues on a lot of productions. The strike was actually supposed to start at 12:01 a.m. Today. We're filming this on Monday, October 18th or 19th? 18th.
Today's the 18th.
Monday, October 18th. That was supposed to start at 12:01 a.m. today. They did reach a temporary agreement. There's not actually an agreement with a new contract involved yet, but they reached a temporary agreement which did delay any strikes. But there are a lot of productions, especially like Mandalorian, and in turn that would mean basically every other Star Wars production, because they're all filmed on the same stage at this point in time, all the TV shows. So they did reach an agreement earlier today, and were able to postpone that strike, which is a very good thing. But there are probably still going to be some delays due to that. A lot of Disney is making a lot of adjustments to their schedule, including the Marvel schedule and everything like that. But other good news, Dave Filoni has started writing the Ahsoka show. He is working on a script for that currently as we speak. So hopefully that will be coming out. I'm really glad they didn't delay this. I'm really glad they didn't delay this because Mandalorian did just go into production on the 13th. So they've got like 5 days under their belt. Really would not have been fun for them to go, yep, shut it down. They're like, well, you're going to get Book of Boba Fett and nothing else. Fuck y'all. But yeah, so there were some delays, but it looks like they have reached at least a temporary agreement. So hopefully that won't push anything else back too far. Other thing that I was looking at that I'm excited about, Mr. Russel T. Davies is coming back to be the showrunner for the next season or series, I guess, of Doctor Who.
Nice.
So it looks like at least they've done some interviews for him and everything like that. Supposedly he's not going to try and retcon anything that has been done since he was gone, but he is going to try and bring that feeling back to the show from back when before he left, which a lot of people really do
craving.
Want, because there was a lot of that. That's the reason that this new reboot of Doctor Who was successful, was because of the direction that he tried to help put that in. I think Stephen Moffat did a lot better job when he had Russell T. Davies to work off of and tell him when to rein some stuff back in. So I think it'll be an interesting thing to see where the series is taken with him back at the helm.
I'm only on season 2.
We got to catch up.
She is literally.
Apparently right before Rose dies.
I didn't say that.
He heavily implied it.
She's right before
But
she's right before the ghosts.
Yeah, stop talking.
She's right before the ghosts that visit everybody, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So Rose
Tom.
dies, right?
Spoilers.
That's a spoiler too. We're almost to that episode too, which I'm excited about.
Okay, that's not bad.
Silence in the Library is my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's
of
actually a
Doctor Who.
really damn good episode. Starts it all, really.
That's really where it gets
It's really
intense.
everything starts to just like.
No, actually, I
Like,
guess the
whoa.
next episode we're watching with the ghosts is the one that goes, oh shit.
Yeah. It'll be good. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Once we have a Doctor Who episode, we'll have to. Once we have a Doctor Who
60th
episode,
anniversary of Doctor Who next year. But anyway,
I'll have to invite Ashley here.
dude, the 50th anniversary
loves
was so
Doctor Who.
good. What are they going to do for the 60th?
I have no idea.
The 50th was so good.
I have no idea.
Did you watch the 50th anniversary
No,
special,
I
right?
wasn't
You
even
didn't?
on it, No.
Oh, it had John Hurt
Kind of
as the
massively
War Doctor.
retconned a bunch of
Oh
shit.
no, I know the War Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the 50th anniversary special. That's the one with the War Doctor, and then with David Tennant and Matt Smith,
Oh okay. Yeah.
and then oh my goodness, what's his name? The Fourth Doctor.
That was
and
the
Fifth Doctor.
God, what was it? What's the episode called?
The 50th anniversary Doctor Who special.
No. Was it part of the special? Like it was part of like Matt Smith's like episodes?
Yeah,
It's like one of the Christmas specials or some shit.
it was it was a separate special. It was the 50th anniversary special. It was they played it in fucking theaters. I went and saw it on IMAX. It was amazing.
What was it called?
The special for the 50th anniversary was called The Day of the Doctor.
Day of the
so
Doctor,
it was a special. It was like the actual like Christmas special, and it was
I don't think
part
it
of
was,
the.
it was a separate one that wasn't the Christmas special though.
It wasn't like
But
one
he's
where he
meaning like in
transitioned.
that same vein of like it was
Yeah.
a special. It wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, like it was a separate episode, but it was still like part.
It was part of Matt Smith's run.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's.
It was
I remember
actually
seeing that episode.
right before the end of Matt Smith's run.
Yeah, it was like the season before.
No, it was like
it was like a couple episodes.
it was like
before.
2 episodes before.
Really?
It was the Day of the Doctor,
Yeah,
and then
Peter
the time.
Capaldi's in it.
It was the Day of the Doctor, then the Time of the Doctor. I think it was.
Oh
it.
yeah.
And then that's the one where Matt Smith fucking dies.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Am I the only person that misses Christopher Eccleston?
No, you're not.
Actually, the only reason that people don't talk about Christopher Eccleston is because they're still pissed off that he only stayed 1 season.
Yeah, they're mad that he only stayed 1 season.
'Cause he was fucking amazing.
Good. I miss him.
Because his doctor was just a quirky doctor.
He was great.
and it was just a.
I mean,
I like David Tennant.
I'm not too upset because I got David Tennant and I love David Tennant as the Doctor.
yeah, but I mean,
We're about to get
imagine-
where David Tennant really hits his stride.
But I mean, imagine like Christopher Eccleston having a couple extra seasons. I bet that would have been fantastic.
would have
too.
been great.
even if we got,
Fantastic.
even if we
I want
got,
to say he did some audio dramas for Doctor
He
Who.
did,
did,
and they're
yeah.
very good.
yeah,
And
They're
apparently
honestly worth
one of the
listening
things,
to.
Apparently, the one thing he said about it is he's just sad he didn't get to wear his leather jacket because it's just audio.
It's just audio.
yeah.
He's like, he wanted to go back into wardrobe, and they're like, you don't need that. This is an audio drama.
I truly do wish like he would come back in like some later episodes, just like show up randomly.
It would be really neat if
That'd
they
be
did
cool.
like for a 60th anniversary, like because they've done one before with the 5 Doctors.
Yeah.
I want to see like every Doctor from the new incarnation come back and be in it because they all would.
Yeah, they'd all come back just to.
David Tennant
like,
100% would come back.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he
Matt
loves
Smith
that.
would 100% would come back.
Yeah,
Peter Capaldi, they might have to talk him into it.
they'd probably have to talk him into it. Yeah.
They'd probably have to ask real nice.
Did he not have a good time?
No,
He had a great time, but he was done.
yeah, he was.
He finished his time. He did a lot of really cool stuff. I actually think he did a lot of really cool. There was a lot of really great arcs with Peter Capaldi.
Yeah,
but he was done.
Have she seen any of
No.
the? No. Okay,
No.
so I can't go into great detail.
No,
why
sir,
that-
She
I
hadn't
do
even
not
seen the
know.
one where she hadn't even seen the episode with Peter Capaldi in it before he becomes the Doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he was. So Peter Capaldi.
Did you
has
know
been
that Karen
through
Gillian's in that episode too? I didn't realize that until like the other day. I was looking it up. I'm like, wait, Karen Gillian's in that episode too?
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, no. Peter Capaldi, he showed up a few times in Doctor Who as an actor, and then became the Doctor, which was interesting in itself.
Do you know what his previous credit was before he became Doctor Who? He was a World Health Organization doctor in World War Z. So he was Who Doctor and then Doctor Who. I'm sorry, I just stupid stuff like that, but it does make me laugh.
No, but yeah, Doctor Who is fantastic, and you guys got to work through it, and we'll have a Doctor Who episode one day.
At least got to watch the Christmas specials, just like the all of Great Britain.
Yeah, no, I like seeing the Christmas specials when they come out. Those are
See,
always
so
nice.
what happened is I made a deal with him that if he watched all of Supernatural with me,
I thought you guys were done with that.
Oh
yeah.
a
I'd
long
watch-
fucking time ago.
Yeah. So
No,
what
I'm
happened to
tell-
Doctor Who?
I'm telling you what happened.
How
I'm
quick-
getting
How
there.
quickly did you
So-
get through that?
It took almost a goddamn year.
To get through.
So, well, also, so when we went to go watch Doctor Who, the thing is, it wasn't streaming anywhere for free. Like, you had to buy it.
Right.
And the way it was doing it on Amazon Prime is it was doing it per episode. And we're like, we're not going to pay $3.
You couldn't even buy a season. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. That's
So
stupid.
then I went on, like,
We also went on Amazon. and you
Amazon
could buy-
proper.
And you could buy the DVD set.
yeah, and it was like, the Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant set, who came?
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith, I don't know the order yet.
okay.
Matt Smith and then Peter Capaldi, and it has all the specials and everything in it. So that's what we're working through right now.
We're on the second season of David
Yeah.
Tennant.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it'll get 10 times better.
The third season of his is so good. Actually, I actually love. A lot of people hate her, but I love Donna. The
Honestly-
first
Donna's
episode.
great.
Honestly, Donna is probably one of the best.
The first
out
episode
there.
with Donna is kind of terrible because she is a shrieking heartbeat.
Oh my gosh.
But when they bring her back, it's amazing.
Yes.
We also went.
Our first Halloween together, we were like, what are we going to go as? Because we always go out to our little family dive bar. Not that our family owns it. It's just the dive bar we go to. And they always have like the Halloween party or whatever. And he was like, well, I've got a really cool like David Tennant Doctor Who costume. And I'm like, well, are we going to do like a couple thing or are we just doing whatever? And he's like, oh, it'd be really, really cool if you could go as Donna. And I was like,
because she had bright red hair at the time. I'm like, oh, it would work out great for you to go as Donna. And she goes, I don't know if I have any costume. And she goes,
I'm like, I don't know what it is. What does she wear? And he's
and
like,
I go, well,
the first.
do you have your old wedding dress?
No, that's not what you said. You said the first episode that they meet is he absconds her from her wedding, and I was like, I do have a wedding dress from my first marriage. And he's like, oh, well, I wouldn't want you to renew it. I don't fucking care. Fuck it. It's sitting in a box. Let's do this.
So, yeah, we went as the Doctor and Donna.
And, of course, nobody got it.
We were
because
waiting.
Yeah.
If we had gone to a con, people would have been freaking out. Because she looked, honestly, a lot like Donna. The hair was perfect, everything like that, and I had a pretty solid
I
costume.
even curled it.
I even wore my square glasses and everything like that. I put on my old glasses that I can't see because the prescription's terrible.
Yeah, so that's...
And there was a banana in my pocket. Always bring a banana to a party. You know that.
Okay, good. It was an actual banana then.
No, an actual banana, yes. Always bring a banana to a party.
Did I see that episode?
No, you haven't seen that episode.
Okay, I'm like, I don't understand that reference.
Always bring a banana to a party.
Okay, well, moving on from Doctor Who.
Shoot, we haven't even seen any episodes with his 3D glasses yet.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I had some of those too. My pockets were full.
So I came across a trailer
A trailer?
for Olaf Presents.
Is this what this is exactly what I think it is, correct?
So in Frozen 2,
It is exactly what you think.
Olaf
All right, there it is.
came through and was like, let me retell you the story of Frozen 1. And everyone loved it so much, and
Wait.
Josh Gad did...
I've seen Josh Gad do it just by himself. They're gonna actually animate these now?
Yeah, so it's a whole series of shorts.
No.
No. He's doing Lion King, Moana, Little Mermaid. It's gonna be
Moana
fantastic.
actually might be really good just because I want to see him be all the little, what are those fucking things? I want him to see like him break up into tiny little snowballs and just be all of those guys.
So it looked really cute in
When does that come out?
November. I want to say it's
This
either
year or next year?
this year. It's either right before or right after Thanksgiving.
Probably
I-
right after. This
But I
seems
don't
like a
remember
Christmas
the
thing.
exact date.
This seems like a Christmas
And the
season
other stupid, ridiculous thing I came across, well, not came across. So at E3, they announced that this holiday season they were going to come out with an Xbox Series X looking mini fridge.
because everybody said it already looked like a fridge.
Pre-orders go live on Target.com on the 19th, which will have already be happened by the time this airs. But it's $100, I think, down. I don't, or maybe that's just what it costs.
It's
but
$100 total.
So an
it's
Xbox
$100 total.
Ice chest.
That's just fridge. Full plug-in fridge.
It'll hold 12
mini fridge.
cans. It's a whole 12
Probably
pack.
more, but they suggest 12.
I'm gonna get it.
That's so stupid.
It's
The
amazing.
Xbox fridge.
I need it in my life.
I know somebody who would probably like enjoy that gift.
Well, let them know that it's going up live, Target.com.
No, it'd have to be like a surprise gift, probably.
Buy it for him.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Target exclusive, so
You have to remind somebody about it.
Target.com. Tomorrow at midnight. Tonight at midnight. Tonight at midnight.
Tonight at midnight.
in 37 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Peter, what do you got for us?
They have released some of the set photos for Indiana Jones 5, and it looks like there might be some strange time travel shenanigans. Either way, I'm excited. I love Indiana Jones, even a little bit Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so can't wait.
There were great parts to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yes.
There were great parts.
And then they nuked the fridge.
Yes.
There was also some really bad parts to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Wasn't that a joke because that was originally supposed to be like how Back to the Future was going to open?
Yes. That was how they were going to actually, the travel in time was they were going to ride the wave of a nuclear explosion. I don't know how he was going to recreate that in 1955 and get back, but whatever.
Probably why they didn't do it like that.
Logistically.
But still,
Cham, what do you got, Cham?
why?
Oh, I got a couple of things.
I'm so excited.
One is that we had a fan reach out and had like a couple questions, so I was gonna maybe
a
ask
couple questions.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear these questions.
Maybe ask one or two of the questions and kind of read what they were saying about it. Let's see. What topics would you guys want to hear? Streaming, CGI, superheroes, reboots. What question would you like?
Superheroes, I would know a fair amount about.
Let's see superheroes. Let's see.
Is this like a trivia thing?
No. It's
This
a
is
question.
this is a question.
Yeah.
Get our opinion.
I got a couple questions, but I can.
superheroes.
I would probably only do about one or two right now, and then we can kind of get some other ones.
We can add later, yeah.
Let's see. So they asked, and this is from one of our viewers. It was, is it time for a new superhero to be created to reflect today's way of living? And so she put, I would love to see an adult superhero take on today's current violence. This character is strictly for adult reading or viewing. The superhero is taking on murderers, domestic abusers, rapists, child molesters, you name it. I'm thinking like Dexter, but with a superhero suit without the cape. And I wouldn't care what gender. What did you guys think?
There is one. His name's the Punisher.
That I was going to say that, and there's actually, oh shoot, I cannot remember the name of the movie now. It's the one with Rainn Wilson. That he is actually a sort of superhero. He does his own kind of Batman thing. Super is the name of the movie. He dresses up and beats people to death with a fucking pipe wrench because his wife is fucking Kevin Bacon. Honestly, but that's basically what he goes, is that he goes and he finds bad people and he beats the shit out of them. And I think that there is some call for that, and there's been some varied thing, like shoot, even Kick-Ass is a little bit like that too. I think there's one, and I think this might be where they're going on this one too, that there's somebody that needs to be a little bit more woke when they're doing these, when they're avenging these kind of crimes as well too, because most of these people just end up being that they're basically a psychopath that wants to be Batman, and nobody does Batman like Batman, and Batman's only okay because we kind of like him. Most people who try to emulate him turn into pieces of shit. Mm-hmm. And I think I think I'm kind of in the room with them, that like somebody who's actually a morally upstanding human being that wants to fix things and try and actually fix things, because there's a lot of stuff in this world right now that could probably use some fixing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that, we always need new superheroes, and
I want some different perspectives. I'm with you.
Yeah, and even to I just lost my train of thought. To reflect like the views of the current times and diversify, because I mean that's something we were talking about earlier, is that a lot of these people are they don't have anyone that looks like them or feels like them, and so to have that representation, I think, is always important.
Yeah.
I think comics have been getting a lot better about that.
There really has been a few comics.
I actually think the comics are doing a better job of that than the movies based on comics.
Yeah.
The new Eternals movie actually seems like they're trying to do a little bit of that too, and actually they did a little bit of it with the new Shazam movie. But I think they actually walked it back a little bit from the new Shazam movie, because like in the Shazam comics currently, the family that Billy Bastion's adopted family kind of stuff like that, most of the people that he hangs out with have some sort of physical disability, and they actually kind of got away from that a little bit in that movie, because literally all of everybody's messed up in some way, and I'm not saying it's messed up, but like literally has some sort of disability in some way, and that's one of the reasons that he really wants to become Shazam, is because he gets to do the things that he can't necessarily do in his normal life.
Right.
And I really enjoy that. But like I said, I think a lot of the movies are really taking some of the stuff out that the comics are doing really good things with.
Yeah.
All right, next question then. Let's pick another topic. Streaming, CGI, reboots.
Reboots.
Voiceover roles, sequels.
Ooh, actually, voiceover roles. I could go for voiceover roles.
Or canceled shows.
Ooh, some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm for sequels or reboots.
Sequels or reboots. Let's go sequels or reboots.
All right, let's do reboots.
I feel like we're playing Trivial Pursuit. I'm kind of enjoying this.
All right, so the question was, what should have not been a reboot that you absolutely hated? And then
does it have to be movies or can it be games?
Anything, honestly. And it was like, what would you like to see rebooted either TV, movie, games, and then she put, I didn't like Superman movie with Henry Cavill. I grew up watching one of the that started the late Christopher Reeves. The special effects were cheesy for that time, but the storyline and acting were way better. She also mentions Total Recall, the Arts and Schwarzenegger version versus Colin Farrell's version.
Actually, the Colin Farrell version was pretty good.
And she says it is good. He's a good actor, but it's not the movie that should have been. And Arnold is a classic and should have been left alone. Ghostbusters, don't mess with it. The Mummy, Brendan Fraser nailed it. Tom Cruise tried it. He should have stuck with the Mission Impossible franchises and let Brendan have that one. She loves Star Trek.
That was a little hard though, because The Mummy with Brendan Fraser was a reboot of the original movie.
Yeah,
technically, yes.
Yes. Yeah. She said Star Trek. She said, sorry, but I'm a fan of the '60s sci-fi version only, because Patrick Stewart's is easy on the eyes. And then she said,
that would be the '80s and '90s version, then not the '60s version.
Yeah. What would you like to see rebooted? I would like to see a live-action version of the old Adult Swim Sea Lab.
Okay.
It would be Archer meet Jacques Cousteau, starring Bruce Campbell.
Oh my God! Oh, that would actually be really good.
Yeah.
All right, I like whoever you are. You're amazing, and I'm glad you follow this show because that actually would be amazing. Anything with Bruce Campbell, I would watch.
Yeah.
Anything with Bruce Campbell.
If it was Sea Lab, it would be fantastic.
Him as the captain in Sea Lab. Oh my God. It would be so stupid, but in the best way possible.
I read it and I was like, oh my God, that's fucking fun.
Okay. Reboots that should not have happened.
That you absolutely hated.
Space Jam 2.
You didn't even watch it.
Yeah, because I won't. I can't stand it. It should not have happened. Should not have happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of negative reviews for it too, so I haven't even watched it.
I agree.
Well.
I guess I agree.
From movies, I'd say Cruella. Because that's a reboot for 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Peter.
I like Cruella. Personally.
Eat a dick.
Again with the dicks.
I don't like them personally. It's just not for me. No judgment. You do you, Peter.
I mean,
Let me see this list. I want to see what else she wrote.
Like,
down
I don't know, because, like, I'm pretty good at separating one piece of media from another. So, like, taking the Star Trek thing, for instance, like,
oh, yeah, especially
I love The Next Generation, but I also really like the new reboot they did. And for me, I kind of just look at those as two separate things.
They're 100% two separate things. And I guess,
mean, even take, like the perfect example, the live action Mulan. Like, a lot of people were really upset because they were like, there's no Mushu, there's no singing. And for me, like, I was like, okay, we're just gonna look at this as like a whole new story, a whole new retelling of this tale that, Disney wasn't the first person to tell the story of Mulan. Like, it's an actual Chinese story, and so when
it's literally been around for thousands of years.
Right. So when they did the live action, they tried to make it more based off of that tale. So I really enjoyed it. So it's like I can't think of anything that was like hardcore rebooted that I was like, oh God, I wish that had never happened.
I mean, like, even controversial opinion, because I took it as a completely separate thing, I didn't even really mind the reboot of Ghostbusters, which got a lot of vitriol. Yeah. But I also don't have a problem that they're now making a sequel to the original Ghostbusters that is also kind of a reboot. But it is a sequel.
Which is coming out soon.
I'm excited for that movie. I'm probably in the minority. I actually liked the Star Trek, the new Star Trek 2, the Star Trek Into Darkness. There needs to be a comma or a colon in there somewhere. But I actually really liked. I liked it, but it is because, again, my favorite Star Trek movie is The Wrath of Khan. But it was an interesting retelling of that in a completely different way. Yeah, I know it was not the cerebral, introspective version of Star Trek that most people grew up with and were used to, but it reached it for a different audience, a different age, a different thing, and they did some really amazing stuff. They got a little happy with the lens flares, but that's just J.J. Abrams. What are you going to do?
Lens flares.
He does love his lens flares.
You know what? He loves his lens flares and his mystery boxes.
What about you, Peter?
But he mentioned Cruella and...
Well, I mean,
I would honestly kind of say any of the live-action Disney stuff feels like it doesn't necessarily help. I haven't really enjoyed any of those besides maybe Maleficent. But my bigger one would probably be from a game where the Devil May Cry reboot, when they did DMC Devil May Cry, that was just a waste of time. It wasn't that good of a game. No one was really happy with it. It just made it that much harder for us to get Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
I will say the one reboot that I think should not have happened, and I think you all will actually agree with me on this one. Should not have happened. Didn't like it. Was completely unnecessary. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Is that a reboot though? Because Ash shows up at the end. I thought that was like a.
No,
spin-off.
it is a reboot. He just has a cameo. He's not actually Ash.
I got it.
Yeah, and well, he actually can be Ash too because he's a weird time travel stuff because of Army of Darkness. But I will say that's a reboot, and they really just. I don't know. I know the original Evil Dead was supposed to be scary, and they only turned it and made Evil Dead 2, which they just remade the original Evil Dead because Sam Raimi didn't have the rights to the original Evil Dead, so he just made the same movie again but called it a different name so he could tell the same story. But they leaned into the camp, they leaned into the ridiculous, and that's why that movie is good. The first one's not good, and that's why it's good. Yeah. When they actually tried to make it legitimately scary and really like fuck some people up with horror on that, it honestly made it much worse.
Yeah.
It was not as good of a movie.
I thought of something. I guess two things. When you mentioned the live action Disney movies, I forgot about the live action Lion King.
Yeah.
That was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, that just because it's one of those things where you can't really like the Jungle Book was like okay because there's actual people even though they're interacting with these CGI characters, but like how can you call a completely CGI movie live action? That one got me a little bit.
Some of the sets were real.
Ooh.
And I will say, thank God for the live action Lion King, or else we wouldn't have the Mandalorian. Jon Favreau learned all the techniques that he used to make the Mandalorian look as good as it does through doing the Jungle Book and then doing Lion King. Well, that is where they built the technique for the Expanse, or I think is what they call it there now. That's where they designed that, was basically while they were doing Lion King. And he goes, we can do it one better, and I can put real people in it, and I don't have to deal with fucking computer animals anymore.
And then the other thing that I was thinking of is I came across it when I was scrolling through Amazon Prime, and then also like I saw a trailer, but they're doing a reboot, but they're turning it into a TV series for I Know What You Did Last Summer and Chucky.
Wait, what?
So on Amazon Prime, there is a TV series rebooting the late
franchise?
90s, early 2000s for I Know What You Did Last Summer. And then Sci-Fi is doing a show based on Chucky.
Like the doll, Chucky.
Yeah, like Child's Play. Like the horror movie Chucky. Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't need to be done.
There's my answers.
I'm with you. That doesn't need to be done.
This counts because it's still technically a sequel, but Terminator Dark Fate, in that it rebooted pretty much, got rid of everything after Terminator 2, just Terminator 1 again.
Yeah, that felt like a reboot, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Well, great.
I didn't like it.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys have anybody who's watching and sends anything in, we can always go over questions and stuff. That's always kind of cool.
And you can actually send in questions. Go to patreon.com/8bitcats, and you can submit your questions in there, and we may pull them and discuss them.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that I had for a hey, check this out is I don't know how many of you guys have WhatsApp, and I don't know if anybody else out there has it. But I have I get scam numbers that call me, or not call me, but text me, and so I wanted to share one today.
I'd love to hear this.
Fuck you guys. So, it pretty much just it always happens to be usually, and I can barely tell by the picture, but a lovely Asian lady, most likely from China.
So you actually talk back to these people? Because
Yes.
I've never actually sent. I do have WhatsApp.
Yes.
And I've gotten these messages, but I've never actually said anything back because I'm like, this is obviously a scam.
Yeah, I can tell it's a scam, and so I respond back, and I try to see if how long they play along. This one didn't play along very long because I kind of like went a little bit off on them, not like in an argumentative way, but more so like
In a
business
weird way?
Yeah, business dealing kind of way. So,
I need voices.
you need voices. So let's do like a stupid Valley Girl voice or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. David, have you received my secretary's financial plans? My cell phone is broken. This is my new number. I send it to me again. Your staff over there have received it. About an hour later. We did not get it. As you stated, your cell phone is broken. Do you want me to go to your company myself? Do you know your last name? About 2 hours later. Excuse me? Your secretary has not sent the file, and we did not get it. For you to contact me and ask me if I know my own last name is unprofessional. Is this how you want to talk to all your clients when something goes wrong? By the way, yes, I want you to stop by so we can discuss your unprofessionalism face to face. An hour later. I hope you can understand who is in the dominant relationship. The second is that you don't even know your last name. What are you calling? Third, it makes no difference whether you come or not to receive the documents or whether your secretary sent a message saying that you received them or not. I can't read that in the Valley Girl voice because it's just horrible. But here,
Here, I got it.
No, I'll respond back. I hope you can understand who is in the dominant relationship. The second is that you don't even know your last name. What are you calling? Third, it makes no difference whether you come or not to receive the documents or whether your secretary sent a message saying that you've received them or not. It's so hard to do. And then it switches. This business account is now registered as a standard account. Tap for more info. So I respond back about 2 hours later. First, a dominant relationship. You came to me with the financial plans. You needed me and my company. You're the one who has a secretary that isn't fulfilling their duties. Second, do you know my last name? By how unprofessional you and your secretary are, $20 says you don't know my last name. Lastly, me and my staff are very good at what we do. And for you to make a mistake by not correctly delivering the documents to us and demand that I come to you when you and your company should be the ones to deliver them to us, be professional. If you want this plan to go through, you will deliver the plans by Saturday morning. Saturday morning. It's past 8 a.m. now, and I have not received the documents. So I'm going to assume you and your company don't want this $1 million plan to go through. 3 hours later. Watching you brag quietly. This chat has become a business account. Tap to learn more. You are an excellent salesperson. Your secretary has received it, and you have read it. You said you don't know. Do you know who you are? If you want to pretend, you can say it for $20. Second, I still need to see your face in a small company. In fact, it is also good to play with you. Your flavoring agent of life. Do you know who you are like a clown?
What?
Me about 3 hours ago, or three hours later. My secretary hasn't received it, and I have not read it. Clown, you, ma'am, have lost a business deal. Most unprofessional company I've ever worked with. I think I will take my $1 million to someone else, to a different company, and will actually provide me with a financial plan that I have requested and not be treated like this. Have a great day. About like an hour later. Being you couldn't bring me my financial plans. Where are you located? I'll come to you. I haven't received one since. She stopped responding to me.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I can't tell if that's a bot or just an idiot.
No, I've tried another one too. It's like, hi, Owen. How have you been? Long time no see. This is my new number. Just updated. I go, not Owen. Oh, I thought this was Owen's number. Maybe my secretary got the number wrong. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. I mean, I know Owen. What's this in regards to? He hasn't responded back to me.
I know Owen. I mean, I know an Owen.
I try random things. Let's see. Here's another one. I received your invitation letter, but I'm sorry I cannot attend your wedding. And I respond with, weird. I didn't send an invitation letter. I think you have the wrong WhatsApp. Sorry, I thought it was my friend Paul's number. I hope you don't mind. Sure. Thank you. You're a friendly person. Nice to meet you. You as well. My name is Hannah. How about you? Chris. Chris, nice to meet you. I'm from Hong Kong. I'm currently in New York. Where are you from? Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I have lived in the U.S. for more than 8 years now, and I am a U.S. citizen. How about you? I'm a lifer. Are you a citizen? Yeah. Lived here my whole life. This is very good. I like America. So I immigrated here with my husband. Sounds exciting. Why America? The United States is an economically powerful country where it can be well developed. What do you mean? I'm 35 years old. How old are you in this year? And then that was it. I was like, I'm not responding to this anymore.
How old are you in this year?
How old are you on in this year?
These come in all the time, and I will try every time to get something going.
Oh. You need to keep us updated.
Yeah, I'll keep going with some of these. If I get more, I'll just keep bringing them to the next time.
Oh yes, please. I need more of
great.
this.
I need those financial documents.
Yeah. Anytime they send me something like that, it's like, I need those plans. I've asked for those plans a week ago.
Your secretary has sent me nothing. My secretary has received. Do you need my new fax number? Do you have my fax number?
Do you have it?
Confirm my fax number, please.
I chuckled real hard when this person responded to me. Do you know your last name? I'm like, the first reaction in my head was, excuse me? Because I was like, why are you going to ask me for my last name? You're the one asking me if I have the financial documents. No, I don't have them. You should probably resend them. I will provide you with my email and everything. Please send them back to me.
Do you know your last name?
Oh my god, you should create like a fake email address that you can like send to these people and see what they'll send. Like if they'll send you or stupid.
Yeah. Tom doesn't already have 3 of those.
No, I don't have any of those.
You don't?
I've been waiting to get one of those like
totally worth it.
I'm a prince in Africa trying to get rid of my.
Oh, I want one of those so bad.
Oh, I would so respond. I would have so much time, so much free time on that one.
I did. I was trying to sell my car at one point in time, and you get a bunch of those. They're like, I'll send you a money order for like double the asking price of the ask. And like all I need you to do is I will have my agent come and pick it up. I'll be paying him, but you'll need to take all that money out, give him the cash. And then everything will be good to go. And then obviously that money never actually existed.
Yeah.
So then you're on the hook for that, and then your bank's mad at that, and then you're getting chargeback fees and stuff like that. I had this guy running all over the state of Texas. It was amazing. I'm like, oh no, yeah, you definitely come today, for sure. Super good. I've got all the money. Oh no, wait, I'm so sorry, it didn't actually go through. Can you send it again? I have confirmation it's been sent. My bank's saying I don't see anything. This is crazy. I've been at the bank for the last 6 hours. I'm sorry I have not been responsive. This has been absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have been screaming at the banker. He is saying that for some reason the account associated with this has no funds in it. That seems weird, right? Because you told me that you assured me that you could pay for this and this would be no issue. And he goes, of course, I will make sure that is not a problem right now. And you're like, oh, come on, buddy.
Friend of the show, Dion, likes to mess with scammers too, and he'll do the same thing. Like he'll make them jump through all these hoops, and he'll like grab like a bunch of like gift cards off his rack because they'll be like, oh, you need to send me like a bunch of eBay cards, and he'll just like sprawl them out and take a picture of them and send them and be like, did you get them? And he's like, no, you need to like give me the numbers. So he'll just like give them like a bunch of random ass numbers and just like all kinds of crazy shit like that.
I would love to see somebody that just give them random numbers and somehow that is actually a number for a gift card.
There is a guy on YouTube, and he baits scammers all the time with the computer scams, and they'll hack his computer, but he uses like a virtual machine, so it doesn't hack his computer, just like messes with the program that he's in. And it literally like pops up almost like a window, and it says input code here to save all your information or something like that. So he has the program where it sits up and he can put random numbers in, and it'll say that it sent $500 through. So like these scammers will go through all this trouble for like hours, like 10 hours messing with this guy. And he'll talk like this old granny or something. He's like, I can't get the cards to work, you know. And they're like, ma'am, all you have to do is just input the numbers. And he's like, oh my God, there's a pop-up that popped up on my window. Let me read this real quick. And then they're like, no, ma'am, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just read us the number. And she's like, your information will be erased if you do not give $500 in gift cards. Oh my God, this is not good. All my kids' pictures are all over this. And they're like, ma'am, don't worry about it. Just give us the card numbers. We'll be able to put that in. We'll be able to say it. She goes, I need to put in these card numbers. Good thing I had these guys, right? And so he starts typing in these numbers. And they're like, no, ma'am, stop. He'll hit go, and it gives like this $500 notification. And you hear those guys go, banjo motherfucker, like just start going to town, like calling him a bitch and like all these things. She's like, what's going on? I still have $1,000. Good thing that's gone away. And then he'll click on the same link again and it pops back up and he's like, oh no, it's happened again. Like the whole time they're yelling at him on the phone, ma'am, don't input that number. Because they think they're losing like $1,500 every time they mess with them.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious.
No. You just tell us the numbers. Don't put it in the pop-up.
Stop it.
Don't put it in the pop-up. No.
And she's like, are you stupid? That's what they literally ask him. Are you stupid? I told you to tell me the number. Why'd you put it in? I was trying to save my information.
It says right here.
It says right here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I need to find this guy. That guy sounds
I'll have
great.
to find it because it's fucking hilarious.
Send me a link, Tom.
I will. I'll find it and then we'll post it in the information below. I'll find
Shout outs.
Well, that's going to do it for us on this exciting episode of Extra Bits. Make sure you come back and see us on Friday for another What You Watching. And, have a great week, everybody.
What? Check out my Extra Bits all the time.
Stay out of scams. Don't send them gift cards.
Yeah, don't send me.
Seriously, if anybody asks you to pay in a gift card, just don't do it. This is the only real piece of advice we're going to. If someone says that they need you to pay for whatever you're buying online, but you need to go get GameStop gift cards and read the code off the back to them, don't do it. Please and thank you.
Don't go to CVS and get a freaking Walgreens card.
If you listen to anything you've ever heard on this episode, please don't do that.
And the IRS will never call you and say that they're going to take you to jail.
Only certified letters through the mail.
They will never ask you for your social security number over the phone.
They know what it is already. That's why I'm calling you. It's okay. They won't ask you to confirm it either. They will just show up on your doorstep with a cop. If they're really in trouble, they're not going to let you know beforehand. It'll be fine. Thank you so much. This has been your public service announcement for the weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a beautiful time.